The Caitlin and Angel rivalry has stirred up a lot of drama in the basketball world, and their recent fight hasn't helped at all. In fact, it's not just the fans weighing in. NBA legends are chiming in too, choosing sides and making headlines of their own. So today, join me as I walk you through which NBA legend has taken sides in the Caitlin and Angel rivalry, and why. First game of the season. The first game of the 2025 WNBA season really did bring all the excitement that it promised, plus more drama than the league could handle. The Indiana Fever versus the Chicago Sky, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Unfortunately for the Chicago Sky and their fans, the Fever blew them away. The Fever came out swinging and ended up winning by a massive 35-point lead. Oh, and Caitlin, well, she recorded her third career triple-double. Just 42 games into her career and she already ranks third in the league's all-time triple-double list, tying Hall of Famer Candace Parker, who played 433 games to get there. But believe it or not, that wasn't the biggest story of the game. What was everyone talking about? This moment right here.
Too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese.
Caitlin fouled Angel hard on a layup attempt. It was a flagrant foul and was ruled as one. And if you had to watch the incident carefully, Caitlin wasn't just stopping her for making that layup. She was frustrated because Angel shoved her teammate Natasha and didn't get called for it.
So initially, Angel pushes Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul.
And just like that, the basketball world split into sides. Players, media, fans, everyone had something to say. It's just been bias and lies so far, even after both WNBA superstars have said their piece about the incident. When asked about the incident, Angel Reese kept it short. Basketball play, refs got it right, move on.
Basketball play, refs got it right, move on.
Caitlin also kept her cool, saying there was nothing malicious about it and that every basketball player knows that.
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it.
NBA legends take sides. Unfortunately, even with both players speaking out, the drama kept rolling. WNBA legend and Hall of Famer Sheryl Swoopes, a huge critic of Caitlin and a big fan of Angel Reese, called it a hard foul and labelled Caitlin a bully. She doubled down in her Caitlin criticism by stating that she didn't stand on business after fouling Angel.
My thing with that was, stand in it.
Stand on business.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right? Don't walk away. My other issue was, I also have always been taught when I played, go grab your own teammate, don't come grab my teammate.
Well, former NBA stars like Kenyon Martin, Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young weren't buying that, because if there was a hard foul in that incident, then it had to be when Angel Reese was shoving Natasha.
On both sides of it, there ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
That's not a flagrant,
It was.
hard foul.
It was a damn flagrant
It
foul.
was.
Angel's push was a lot harder.
Yeah, well,
Flagrant
it
foul,
was.
man.
Not the initial part, but Caitlin later on pushed her. It
I'm
was.
talking about
The push before to get the...
Angel's push on
They've
number
called.
6.
They've called.
They just trying to get control of the game. That's not a
No, they
flagrant
weren't.
foul.
No,
It's not a
they
foul.
weren't
Refs.
trying to. Listen, they've
Refs
called
trying to get
softer flagrant fouls in the NBA.
I said it's all soft.
So that's a flagrant foul.
That's not a flagrant foul.
Okay.
Nah.
Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young even called Angel a flopper, saying her reaction was over the top.
I was like, no, it wasn't.
You don't think it's more of a flop?
So
Yeah,
go to
that's
the,
a
no,
flop.
show all the different angles. I didn't think it was a flop.
Hey, I
But-
love
like Angel.
I love
Keep going.
Huh?
reaction.
You're strong as shit. I seen the Thomas push.
Look at all that. Come on.
Yeah, that's
You've seen the what?
that Thomas body slam, and I'm like, okay, that was a real foul.
Oh, for sure.
And you feel like Caitlin should have stood on business there?
That's just foul. Yeah.
Stood on
That-
what business?
Come on.
So you
walk
didn't
away?
see Caitlin push her?
Yeah, so she ain't trying to fight. So
Somebody
what
that
business
strong-
y'all wanna
somebody
squabble
that-
up, can you?
Know what I mean?
Oh,
Somebody
fix
that's
it open.
solid.
At some point, Sheryl tried driving the narrative that it would have been different news if that was Caitlin getting fouled by Angel.
But my thing is, had Angel or anyone else done the exact same type of a foul to Caitlin, the storyline's different.
Well, funny she mentioned that, because Angel did foul Caitlin last season. Remember the shove?
Kicking it out. Evans fakes the 3, takes the 2, and knocks it down. A lot of contact. 50, 50.
The whack?
Foul, I believe, to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go to the monitor to review this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Reese is being reviewed for possible upgrade to a flagrant.
I think it'll be upgraded here.
Because back then, Caitlin Clark was just told to toughen up. Well, neither Kenyon nor Gilbert's was buying that.
A question for you. Gil fouls you like that. What's your reaction? No big deal?
No, he don't mean it.
Okay.
That means every foul we done foul Shaquille O'Neal.
I know who he is.
That's the flagrant.
Neither was Jeff Teague, because he also called Angel Reese a flopper for that.
That's not a bad foul.
But
look at the bench.
A lot of people didn't see like the play before that.
I'm gonna keep it gangster with her. She flopped.
Yeah, and she pushed the girl first.
Yeah.
That's what people are not seeing. That I don't like that shit. Niggas weren't watching the games, so
bro, it's basketball. There are flagrant fouls. There are all types of stuff that happens in basketball. Stop being weird.
I know I like Angel Reese, but that's a flop. Like, she just reached down and hit the ball. She ain't push you afterward.
The former NBA All-Star confessed that Angel shouldn't have been doing all of that extra stuff after the foul, because Caitlin wasn't going to fight her at all.
And I'm okay with you reacting like that. Be on that. That's cool.
Now, if she would have swung up at your throat and shit like that, then you could have tweeted.
Yeah, she went. But I hate when people do the extra. Like, relax, y'all.
Ain't nobody about to fight basketball.
And y'all know Caitlin Clark not finna fight, bro.
No way.
She walked right by. She really was about to help her up at first.
Yeah, that's basketball, but look, bro, she's not trying to fight, bro. She's out there to hoop.
She really is about to help her up at first.
Then there's Isiah Thomas, who played it neutral. He called the rivalry good for the league because it brings eyeballs and attention to women's sport. It makes people watch. The controversy is good, Isiah Thomas said. People will pick their sides and they'll pick who they like, who they don't like, why they like them, why they don't like them. But the most important thing is that you're watching. The centerpiece of the late 80s and early 90s bad boy Pistons said, and why he didn't weigh in on the opening game clash specifically, nor pick a side in their rivalry. The Hall of Famer has been known to give Caitlin Clark her followers more than any other WNBA player. At some point, he confessed that Caitlin Clark is a better shooter than Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu.
But I'm gonna say this: neither one of them are the greatest shooters, because right now that Caitlin Clark.
You want to bring her in?
That's who I want to see. I want to see her in this competition.
So next, you want to see the three of them next year? If she's in the WNBA.
Bring Caitlin in and let her shoot against both of them. That's who I want to see. Because 22 in Iowa, hey, she the real deal. That's who should be in this competition.
Two-time NBA champion Vernon Maxwell also had a thing to say about their rivalry and the opening day clash.
Bring Caitlin in and let her shoot against both of them. That's who I want to see. Because 22 in Iowa, hey, she the real deal. That's who should be in this competition.
He thinks Angel doesn't like Caitlin at all, but admits their beef is great for women's basketball. In any case, WNBA legends were not left out in agreeing with Maxwell, because according to Sue Bird, their rivalry is good for the sport. However, this is nothing new. This is not new. All the little, fights or all the little moments where people do the stare down, this has been in our league from the jump. This has been in sports from the jump. It's the same for women, and it doesn't have some deeper meaning to it, Bird said. Dawn Staley also commented on the foul, but not before admitting that the rivalry is great for women's basketball.
Of Angel and Caitlin. And that lead is, they said it was a foul. The officials got it right.
Well, the media haven't been any different. Many have picked sides in the Caitlin-Angel rivalry. Fox Sports' Joy Taylor said on national TV that Caitlin has Angel Reese to thank for her fame, and Angel Reese moves the needle. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese walked up to her, did this, and pointed to the ring. This is not my opinion. I lived it. I watched it. It was recorded. It was broadcasted live. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before that moment, Taylor said. Skip Bayless, however, disagrees. The sports analyst said Angel might be talented. However, she can't match Caitlin's basketball talent. According to Skip, no one is buying tickets to watch Angel rebound her own miss.
You're just going to have to accept that she, and she alone, is driving the ratings way, way above what all of you together were able to generate before she first set foot on a WNBA stage. Now, Caitlin did have a rookie foil figure opposite her in Angel Reese. And man, Caitlin versus Angel in this year's opener set the all-time WNBA ratings record. But as cool and charismatic as Angel is, as dominant as she is on social media as opposed to Caitlin, the truth is that Angel can't begin to match Caitlin's basketball drawing power when Angel's forte is just rebounding. People just won't pay or tune in just to watch Angel rebound against non-Caitlin teams. I mean, Caitlin Clark controls games with magical wow passes and jump shot logo threes. I'm talking about the female Steph logo threes.
In any case, their recent clash wouldn't be the first time that NBA legends and the media have seen. I mean, for years now, almost everyone has made their position known, whether intentionally or unintentionally. However, no one has made their position clearer than Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal. He publicly endorsed Angel Reese, saying that he was Team Angel all day. Shaq, who is an LSU alumnus, even called Angel Reese the greatest athlete to come out of LSU. But as much as he is publicly Team Angel, he has shown his admiration for Caitlin Clark even in front of Angel Reese. Shaq went on Angel's podcast, Unapologetically Angel, to call Caitlin Clark the truth and compare her talent to that of Steph Curry, while comparing Angel Reese's talents to former NBA forward Antoine Jamison. "You know who you are? You're the female Antoine Jamison," Shaquille O'Neal said to Angel Reese on her podcast. Antoine Jamison spent 16 years in the NBA, recording over 20,000 points, over 8,000 rebounds, and over 1,700 assists. The two-time NBA All-Star had more than a decent career, as he averaged 18.5 points and 7.5 boards throughout his career. However, for Angel Reese, who thinks she is a generational talent, this comparison was a revelation of the truth that not even Shaq thinks she's as talented as Caitlin Clark. Well, for what it's worth, WNBA fans have also taken sides in this rivalry, and according to a fan's comment, Caitlin Clark hits the most unbelievable shots. That's why I watch her. She is 1 in a billion. Well, another fan commented, "There is no rivalry. If it's not obvious who the better player is, then you clearly have an agenda." So, whose side are you on? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is definitely worth your time. See you next time. Bye!